All right, welcome everybody into this class. We are going to talk about string. As you know, in our last class we talked about number data type in JavaScript. So this class is going to be about string, and I have a little text about what a string is, and I can paste it to you so that you can easily get it. So here we start. I'm going to write our comments. Don't forget, our comment is going to be string data type. So this is where we are going to start, string data type. So I said that I have some some definition of what a string data type is, so I'm going to put it here and also do something like this. Then first name here. So as you are seeing, let me close my tab here. So as you are seeing, let me do something like this. Then cut it down. String are text which are under single, double, or backtick quotes. To declare a string, we need a variable name, assignment operator, a value under a single quote, double quote, or backtick. I mean, you will hear my voice change like I speak another language. Yes, it's because English is not my first language, so I just messed things up. I don't know. So this is it. String as normal is just a text that is inside a quotation mark. The quotation can be single quote, double quote, or backtick. So that is all about string. And we say that to declare to create or declare a string, we need what? A variable name. So let's now have a variable name, and I'm going to say okay. I'm going to have something like that. I'm going to say okay, string, just like that. I'm going to say something like this inside a what? Inside a single quote. So I'm going to say okay, I am a programmer, of course. So that's that. Then ending with what? Semicolon. So I can just, the output is going to be my output is going to be what? I am programmer. I am a programmer. So this is what we are going to see in our output inside our console, right? So if we hit Ctrl S, this is what's going to happen. So well, we have a little bit to do into this class. We are going to spend I think a long time doing this string, so it's very important to understand it. So I have something here to say okay, space, nope, I have something like this, because then in this semicolon, and we're also going to have let's first name to be my name. So that is what I have. I'm going to have let's last name to be equal to Abdullahi. Let's sign course. And no. So I have this. I'm also going to have a country. Let's country is going to be Nigeria. I'm forgetting with my semicolon at the end. It's not going to give us an error because we are inside a JavaScript file, but to do everything right. All right, so city is going to be actually inside in Nigeria, somewhere called Kaduna. So Kaduna, that's my city here right now that I am. I'm going to select city, language. So how to spell language? Course some Hausa. Yeah. Then what? Job. So let's say job. Should I lie here or not? So I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say student. Actually, student. Of course, I'm a student. Then what are my codes? So I'm going to say okay, let's and then say codes, of course. I'll say what's my code? In life, is trust. See, when you trust someone, completely, you either it is how to spell either get a person for life. Oh, a lesson. So I think I'm going to leave it here. So the reason why we spend time doing writing this is because we are going to use it. So these are example of string. Everything here that you see is a string. So if I try to cancel the log this thing, we are going to see all these inside our word console. So we are going to cover something called string concatenation. String concatenation. Yeah. So concatenating two string is going to be using plus. If you use JavaScript ES5, ECMAScript 5, so I'm going to use plus sign, and it's very easy. We are going to see how we can concatenate our string very easy inside JavaScript without using the plus sign. So but right now we are going to start the harder way, which is I'm going to say okay, I'm going to say what was my full name. My full name is going to be first name plus last name. That's my full name, right? First name, and then I'm going to use space, right? And don't forget, I'm going to say plus space. This, then I'm going to say okay, plus last name. Plus last name, of course. So that's actually my full name. So if I try to cancel like something very simple here, I'm going to say okay, cancel the log full name. Take a look on our console. We are going to see up to now I did not set my live server, so I'm going to set my live server right now. So but go to the console, see what we get. We go off a little bit. See, we are going to see Osama Abdullahi Sani, and this is space. This is the space that we put. There is nothing happen within this, because we only apply this space between the first name and the last name. My last name, I already have my space here, so nothing to worry about that. So this is what this concatenation. Concatenation means to add something. To add something is in plus operation. So it is concatenation. And then if we move on, we are going to have so this concatenation using addition operation, and you know it's very tricky to add something using addition. So I can say that, okay, I can use the addition operator again. I can say, okay, let's I'm going to say intro is going to be, I'm going to use backticks. Okay, before I start using backticks, I'm going to use this. I am now. I'm going to say, okay, plus space plus full name, and then I'm going to use, okay, plus here right now, plus plus I am Sama Abdullah Sani, I live in and then plus, now I'm going to see Nigeria, no, country. So let me just leave it like this, or you know. So if I say console.log intro press, also our console, so we are going to see a message. That introduces me. I am Osama Abdullah Sani, I live in Nigeria. So you see, it's because I use this concatenation operation using plus sign. Concatenation operation, you can use it using plus sign. So that is what we have done right now. So, and the next thing we are going to look at is something called long literal string. What do we say that? What do we mean by that? Long literal strings means if you have, you know, a large strings and you want to display all the string. So the very and easy way to do it is to use something called escape character. Escape character is like a backslash. So before we talk about the escape character, let me now first listen. I have some paragraph here. So this is a paragraph. Hi, my name is Asabine Yatai and I live in Finland. His name, something like that. So this is it. You know, we separate the text using backslash, and this is going to cut the line. It's going to cut the line because the text is too long. It's going to cut the line. So if we see it now, console.log paragraph Ctrl S, I'm going to see our output right here. So of course my name is Asabina Itaya. I live in Finland, Helsinki. I am a teacher and I love YY, something like that. So that's what we get. It's because we use that backslash the place we want. For example, now if right here I put the backslash right here, now Ctrl S, save it. So you see, we cut down the I live in Finland and then to the next line. So that is what happened. Because we use backslash. So now we are going to talk about escape character. If you don't get this, you are going to get it later, but just know that backslash, you use it like to cut the line. You can use a backslash n to create a new line. For example, right here, you can put n here. If I put this in, it's going to create a new line. We are going to talk about it very soon. Right now, that is what I said, escape characters. So escape characters basically are some characters that allow you to, as you are seeing, we create a new line. We created a new line here. Yeah, from Finland, then Helsinki, something like that. So it's because of this backslash n that we forged. So I'm going to delete all this. So escape characters. Escape character is a long text. So I'm just going to fetch them so that we will get them very easy. So I'm going to copy them here and then paste them here. So these are the, don't forget, don't worry about the error, I'm going to fix it. So here is just some texts. I'm going to make them some comments, make them a comments. So these are the, in JavaScript and other programming language, backslash followed by some characters is an escape sequence. I'm gonna say that, let's see the most common escape characters. So here are them. If I put backslash n, means I'm going to start a new line. Backslash t, means I'm going to have a tab, means 8 spaces, forward, right? So backslash is going for backslash. When we put double backslash, it's going to be for backslash. When we put double backslash and then quotation, is going to be single quotes. Here is going to be double quotes. So as you see. So here's an example. I hope everyone is enjoying the 30 years of JavaScript language. And then we create a new line that say do you. So consider log, days, topic, and then exercise. So we said that this tab is creating a tab, right? So it's going to, we are going to see some spaces forward and then some spaces forward. Just like a table, you are trying to create something in a specific column. So that is what this thing is going to do. D1 is going to align with this, and then tab, and then this 3 is going to be here, and then tab, exercise, and this pipe is going to be under exercise. So it's going to create something like this. So say this is a backslash symbol. For example, if I do double, something like this. So try it a backslash, we are going to see double. So you are going to see only one backslash. So if we put backslash and then double quotation and then hello world, so I'm going to see hello world but inside double quotations. So here if I put backslash and then put what, put hello world inside a single quote, so in our console we are only going to see what, we are going to see hello world but inside single quotes. Here they say seeing is believing. Here is a word, is a quotation said by someone. The seeing is believing. So this is, we are going to see it as a quote inside a single quote. Isn't, because we put this backslash, we are going to see isn't. We are going to see isn't. So this single quote is not going, it's going to print, right, for it in 2020. So if we actually do something like this, so here is the output. Here's the output that we're going to see. Our everyone is doing this, and then these topics, you see, as you're seeing, now we're going to see them 1 2 3 and 3 and 3. This is the output, right? If I delete this and say that we are actually going to see this inside our this one also have to, so consider lock 3 you go up a little bit, we are going to see our outfits. So these are them. These everyone create, spaces, these topics and exercise. So this is what we are going to see. So this is backslash. We are going to see one symbol, and then we are going to see hello world inside double quote. We are going to see hello world inside single quote. Now we're going to see seeing is believing inside this, and then the isn't. So this is where we arrive. It's because of here. So this is backslash. When you put double backslash, you are going to see one backslash, because you said that you want to see the slash. That is why you put the double. So you put backslash and then text, which is string inside double quote. You are going to see your string inside double quotes, string inside single quote, and then you put backslash before this, and you're going to see your isn't. This is what you call escape characters. So moving on, we are going to continue. We are going to talk about something called template literal. So template literal, this template literal is help a lot. If I say template literal, literal. So some also call it template string, but I prefer coding it like this. So to create template string, we use two backticks. You can inject this just in English. So I'm going to, so if we want to create a word, a template literal, I'm going to have, like, for example, don't forget I have my word. Now let me create another first name. I'm going to say first name 1 right now. Let's say Ibrahim. Then I'm going to say last name 1 again. I'm going to say Muhammad. I'm going to say, okay, the country. Oh, he is in the same country with me. So let's say H, for example. Let's say H. Let's see 27. So I'm just guessing, I don't know his age. So if I want to find his actual full name, I'm going to say okay. Let me go down a little bit. Full name 1 again. I'm going to say, so here we are going to use template literal. So if you are going to use template literal, it's like you want to concatenate something, but you don't want to use the plus sign. So if you don't want to use the plus sign, you can actually use template literal, and it's more easier and readable when writing code. So it's more understandable. So here it is. I'm going to say okay, my name is my friend. No, they have to be inside backticks, right? Yeah, we have to use them inside backticks. That's template literal. My friend name is. So I'm going to use $sign before, and then curly braces. So $, curly braces, and the text has to be inside backtick. The way you're going to get your backticks is below your escape character inside your keyword. So you're going to see the backticks. I'm going to say full name 1. He lives in country, and then say country. So this is it. So now if I cancel the log, it's the log of full name 1. So I'm going to go right now and comment all this rubbish for now. They are not actually rubbish, but I'm going to also comment this. No, I just need to comment the cancel log. So I'm just going to comment the console log because this thing is getting long, so don't feel overwhelmed. So I hit my Ctrl S, and that means I save it, and you're going to see it in my semi-console. What's up? Full name 1 before initialization cannot access. So what did I do wrong? Full name 1. So this is supposed to be intro, of course. Intro to, and then I'm going to say, yeah, it's here. I get the problem. So I'm going to say let's full name 1 is going to be Ibrahim Muhammad. So that is I'm going to have my backticks, this, and then first name 1, and then my $sign curly braces last name 1, of course. So now it's not going to find us an error. It's because here we tried to access it and we did not initialize it. So Ibrahim Muhammad. No, yeah, my bad. Here I have to put intro to. So in the intro to, cause my friend name is Ibrahim Muhammad, he lives in Nigeria. So this is what we get. More easier trade, but I'm not going to use that a lot of plus and something like plus sign, everything everywhere plus. So I'm not going to use that. It's very easy. And for example, and it's dynamic. I can from here just change the name and it's going to work, of course. So if I have, for example, I say A, it's going to be, let's say 4, and then I have another variable called B, so it's going to be 6, for example. Now I'm going to say what? Cancel it. I'm going to use my backticks. The addition of this A and B is $sign this A plus B. So I went to my console. I'm also going to see the result right away here. So you are seeing the addition of 4 and 6 is 10, which is actually correct. So we shouldn't use that plus sign everywhere. Here is very readable form. It's easier to read. Everyone can understand what happened here because we use this. So if you just want to make it dynamic and grab the value of this to be here, so it's going to work normally. So here's that. This is what we call template literal. Template literal, use your backticks and then $sign, then curly braces. So you don't need to use the plus sign and everything like that. Make sure that you use backticks. So that is all about template literal. So if you continue moving, straight template. So right now we talk about string and we also talk about template literal, and we understand what is escape characters and then right now we are going to talk about string method. So Everything in JavaScript is an object. String is a primitive data type. You understand that since from the beginning, since from the day one of this class, you understand that string is a what? Is a primitive data type. That means we cannot modify it once it is created. So that is what it's saying. The string object has many string methods. There are different methods in string method, so we are going to see some of them here. So we are going to start with the ones that are easy. Of course, most of them are easy, so they are not going to be hard. I'm going to start. I want to say, okay, string method JavaScript. So let's say, for example, I have a string that says, let's what I want to favorite language, fav language, right? So I'm going to say so you can guess is scripts. So I have this. So the first string method that we're going to talk about right now is something called length. The string length method returns the number of characters inside a string. So that's what length is doing. Length returns the number of characters inside the string. So it's going to count the number of characters inside this JavaScript. And don't forget, it's always starting from what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever. So I'm going to see length here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is that. It's going to count the length of the word. These are basically 10. So it's going to, that means it's going to start from number 1, not 0. So if I say console.log fifth.length, so you have to put that length to get the length of this. So if I go to my console, I'm going to see 10 below, and this 10 is actually the number of the string inside JavaScript character. So this is what we get. I'm going to get 10, and then we are going to what? Okay, say that's all. Console.log. So try to get the length of first name that we create. For example, I'm going to say, okay, console log first name 1 length. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are going to see 7. If I do not mistaken, and press. So of course we have 7. So this is 7, and it's for the first name 1. So this is all about length method. And then, so don't forget, I'll be something like this. Length, I'm going to say the next thing is going to be toUpperCase, and this one is going to have curly braces, right? So it is toUpperCase. So I'm going to say console.log fifth language dot toUpperCase dot toUpperCase is what I want. So in our output we are going to see JavaScript, but in upperCase we are going to see something like this. JavaScript. We are going to see this in our output. So I see. And then since we get to upperCase, we also want to lower case, lowercase, and then I say console.log first name dot to let us use the fifth language dot lowercase. In this one we are going to see our normal JavaScript because we wrote them in lowercase. We are going to see JavaScript. We are going to see something like this in our console. So accessing character, accessing character and a string. So the way I'm going to access character, to access means to get something, right? So the way I'm going to access something from our string is what is using some slice. So you can use the index, you can use index, you can do a lot of things to get something from the string. But right now we have our JavaScript, which is favorite language. So we are going to access, for example, let's say we are going to access the first element as a block, so path language. So I'm going to use this square bracket to get the word index, or the character that is in this index. So I'm going to get the character that is in first position. So I'm going to get, so our output is going to be, actually we are going to see this J is our output. So I try to console.log again fave, and then right now I'm saying okay, I'm going to get the -1. So the -1 is going to get me the word last element, last character that is in our JavaScript, which is T. So I'm going to do something like this. So you see I get J, and the next one I get undefined. So why is it that I get undefined? This is an string. Of course it's not an array, but I'm going to see this, but it's not going to work like this. So if I put right now, I say okay, I want to get the element or character that is in let's say, let me just choose a random and say 6. So we get R, of course we get our JavaScript. So we get R, right? So this is it. So this is how you can access character. This is how you can access character and what in JavaScript. So and then the next one I'm going to say okay. So we are going to talk about uh, I mean, we are going to talk about substring. So these substrings, it work like this. I'm going to talk about sub str. So there's a this substring allow you to get some part of your text, some part of the text. So for example, our fifth language, I can say console.log. So it takes two arguments, the starting and then the what, the starting index and the what, the to the last index you want to get, the starting and then the ending. So this is how the substring work. So now, yes, let's put fifth language dot substring. This thing is deprecated right now, so substring, and then you have to provide the what, the number, which is from where, and then the length, the number of element you want to slice from there, number of element you want to get from the starting point. So let's say I'm going to say, okay, from number 3 I want to slice maybe 7 elements here. So even if there's element, even if the element is not it's going to remove the whole. So Control S, and I'm going to say, as you are seeing, I get a script. So that is what substring is doing. So the reason why is this doing this is deprecated. Yes, it's deprecated. Maybe they are going to start ban people from using this thing. Maybe that is why they say it's deprecated. But just know that there is sub-str, which is substring. So you can do a little with it, and you can do a little with substring. Of course, you can see console.log. Don't forget we have our country, and say dot sub-str. The starting index say 1, and then last index say 4. So this is what we get. We get this. Don't forget it's Nigeria. So n is in 0. That is why we get I, because we say from 1. So from 1, 2, 3, and 4. The last element is included. So this is, and then we have also substring. So this thing, they are working like in the same way, but there's a little different here. Console.log. I'm going to say pip every language dot substring. So it's going to take the word start index is taken as an argument, something that we first insert our word. A method is what we call an argument. So it's going to start word from the, it's going to take an argument from the starting and then to the end of where you want to slice or where you want to get. So just note that the last element is not included. Right now, if I said, okay, I'm going to use the same one I said from 3 to 7. So the same one as I did with this sub-str, we get the last element, right? So this one, the last element is not going to be included. So that is substring. So let me go off it's a bit. So you have seen, I said that I'm going to start from what, number 3. So I get this, 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 I get this. So from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is not included. So 3, 4, 5, 6. The 7th one is not included. So that is for we get. So that is substring. I'm not going to get the last element. And also if I did the same thing as I did, so why not? Console log country that substring say okay from 1 to 4. So I'm going to get from first element this, we get this, this we get this, we get this, and the fourth one is not included, which is R. So you get ij. So the last element, if you use substring, is not going to be included. So that is substring. And then the next one is split method. So in the split method, you can do a lot of things. You can use split method to convert a string into an array. So if you don't know what is array, yeah, we are going to talk about array in our next video. So this video is getting long, as I said, so but we have to finish this thing in this video. So console.log, I know before console.log I'm going to have my comment that say split. So I'm going to say console.log fifth language dot splits. Since the method, I have to use my this. So we are going to get an array that's you see, we get what? We get the JavaScript inside an array. So that is split method. So if you also want to say that okay, you want something like a delimiter or something inside each, you see, split and then separator, and the separator can be string, can be regular expression, and then you can set the limits. So I'm going to say okay, it's going to be something like this. So let's go to our JavaScript. Again, I have this. That is not what I want. Now cross. So I'm going to get this. I'm going to get JavaScript, and this is separated. That quotation that I put right here, and this thing is going to separate them and make them everyone need its own quotation. We create an area using that split method. So this is what split method is actually doing. So if you also have something like this, we also have something like let's contrast how this Nigeria separated with comma, Ghana, say Chadi. So just like this. And say console.log contrast the splits. Then you have this. So this thing are going to be separated. I'm going to have you're also going to have another array, but let's say I want to see them here. So I'm going to see them inside an array. So we see them inside an array. So this is an array. A square bracket with some elements separated using this. So that's it. Say something like this. I'm going to see them in a fully array form. So Nigeria separated by semicolon, separated by colon, separated by colon. So this is it. So after that, we are going to also talk about something called trim. And what this trim allow you to do is it's going to remove every white space from your character. Let's say right now I have a sentence that says I am a footballer. So let's say I have a text that's something like this. For example, someone will try to, like, for example, if you create a form, try to submit something inside your form, I would have some spaces before he write the text. So this string allow you to remove all those unused spaces. Console.log sentence dot trim. So press I'm a footballer. Right? So consider log string and then this string white spaces. So we have to remove this. It does not give me what I want. Of course, I mess up things. I am of course, so it's going to remove it. So what it does is remove white space from beginning and then the end. It's not going to remove white spaces that is in between, just from beginning to the end. So I thought it's going to remove them, and this is how it's actually work. Just call it the trim. It's going to work like this. So okay, so these are the so talking about string, we are now going to talk about something called, so I'm going to use this syntax. We're going to talk about something called includes. And what this include is doing is checking an array or string to see whether something is in or not, and it's return what boolean value, which is true or false. It's going to return a boolean which is true or false. If we get the element, it's going to return true. If it didn't, it's going to return false. So inside our word, I am a footballer string. So I'm going to check console.log sentence dot include. Now it includes okay, it have to be this so I'm going to check this console.log console.log. I'm going to check sentence dot include. Now include what? Let's be inside this footballer, right? Footballer. So I even made a mistake. It's not it is, it's foot. I think it's right. Footballer, football, whatever it is. So it's going to be true of us. So if we write we get true, yes, because here we check an arm, and then the second one we check what? We check footballer, so we get true. But if I try to check no, why not copy this thing, copy and then press this and say Java. So we are going to see pause. We are going to see pause because there's no Java inside this syntax. So this is what include is doing. And then the next one is going to be reflex actually. So this reflex is going to take the word, the old string you want to replace, and then you assign the new one. So let's basically replace something with something. So for example, let's say I'm going to replace console.log. I'm going to say sentence dot replace. So it's going to take the old value, replace foods voila weights with what? Weights for grammar. So console.log here, you see I'm a programmer. So you see, we see I am a programmer, but at the top it's going to be I am a footballer, and now we see I am a programmer. And the reason why we see this I am a programmer with a lot of white spaces is because we did not use string for this one. So that is why we get this result. So that is what replace allow you to do. So I think that is what I can see about replace. Then we have something called what does it? So what this thing allow, it takes an index and you return the value at that index. They return the character at that index. So very simple, just like what we did using our slice, right? So this one you can also do the same thing. Console.log. Let's say I'm going to take now let me just create a new string. It's not a big deal. Let's new string is going to be equal to hello. Having this let's say new string c dot this. It takes an index, so let's say 2. So do something that is a position 2, say 0 1 0 1. So I'm going to see L. Now the L are 2, so I'm going to see the first L. Yes, we get it. We get our first L. So let's say I'll change here to 0. See, we are going to see our H. So you see, we are going to see H. So this is what toArt is doing. And there is another one called toArt code. Yes, code arts. So what this is doing is going to take the index and then take the character and then return the number of what it take this index as an argument and then return the ASCII character. ASCII, if you don't know what is American letters for information interchange, something like that. So it returned the word, the code that is the actual code that the computer understand about that specific text that is in that index. So if you don't get it, that's what I mean. Instead of log new string dot code arts. So let's get the ASCII character of letter H, and we know that letter H is a first character inside our text. So consider this. I get 72, and it's actually correct because if you didn't watch my video, the video is in Hausa. If you don't understand Hausa language, but I did a video inside this YouTube channel to explain how computer understand numbers, how computer understand letters. So it's inside the channel. So you should go and check about the video. So this H is actually representing 72 in what? In ASCII character, So this H is mapped to this 72, and this 72 you can easily convert this 72 into binary numbers. This number that computer understand. So this is from alphabet to number, then from number to binary. So this what this code art is doing. It's returned word ASCII character, ASCII number of that specific character. So I think we also learn about this, and then the next one is going to be index and index of. So this is I already read it. Index of. So this is how this thing is. So if you want to change see the index, consider log. You have to go fast. Consider log new string dot index of now is going to take the character, right, and then return the position. Index of, let's say, the H. No, I have to pass it inside this H. So you see, you say it's in index 0, right? It's in index 0. So you see, it's in index 0. So if we also say that, okay, we want to copy this and paste it, index of So now we are going to see that O is in index 4, and it's actually right because it's starting from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So O is in index this. So this is about this index of, if you want to see the index of something, so you can use last index of. So this last index of is also a what. If I copy this thing, say yeah, I'm going to say last index of. So let's say inside this I have hello, I have hello 2 times. So it's going to check the last index where this h is affair. And right now you see that I have what, this h here, I also have this h here. So let me make this one what, so that to avoid any confusion. So I made them the same thing, but it's going to check and get the last location or position where this h appear. So it's not going to return all the first location that is in index 0. It's going to get us the last location where it is. So it is in 5. Now I have a lot going on here. So it's in 5. That is why we see this. So if we actually count it manually, I'm going to see something like here is going to be 4, and then the next one is going to be 5. It's going to return the last location where this thing appear. So if I also say last index of I'm also going to see this one, not this one. So it's 9. We get 9. So it's not going to count this thing that is in index 4, but the one that is in index 9. So this is what we are going to get. So we come to the one that I say I'm going to talk about, which is concats. This concat is basically things you can combine. You can combine string together. So using concat it's very easy to do. So if I have let's say, let me just use the other example that I have, since I did not comment them. I'm going to say console.log first name dot concat last name. So I use the concat. So now let us go and see. I'm going to see some of the license. We see here Osama Abdullah. So this is, and the reason why it gives us something like that is because we did not use this. So I can use dot concat concat space. So I'm going to use this concat space. The concat space, and then concat space is going to be concat space. So this is what we get. So now I'm going to see my word. I'm going to see the space. It's because I applied some of the lesson. So this is it. So this concatenation is in the concat operate, which is concat method. So it's very easy to use. So after using concats, it's something called start with and consider it log. So let me create another variable called string 2. We have a lot of string here, so string 2 is going to be something called love slug, but sometimes love is dangerous, of course. Sorry guys, say considered log string 2 dot start with, does it start with love? It's going to be a string, so it's like I'm asking, does this string start with love? So we are going to see our output here, and the output is going to be true or false, except false. Then it's actually start with love. So why have what happened? It's because here I put love and what in capital letter, so here is supposed to be in small case letter, and it's going to be true, so it's true. So you see, it's case sensitive. You have to make them be in small letter as well. So after I start with, you can guess it. There is also end with. There's also end with. So I can say, why not? Okay, let me just write consider log. String 2 dot end with what's, does it end with log? Going to see this. So now let's see whether this thing end with love. So if it end with love, we are going to see pause, because it's pause. This thing end with dangerous, so it's not love. So I say C there's a lot of string methods, but there are few remaining. Some few, it's only few remaining. So those that are remain, I'm going to, I have some text here that I'm only going to, first them and talk about them because we are running out of time. So I have to squeeze it. So this is what we get. Don't take care about the error. So this string, I love JavaScript. If you don't love JavaScript, What else do you love? So here we use search method. Search is another word. It's another it's another string method, or yes, string method. So you put the search string dot search whatever string you want to search from, and then what you are searching from that string. So here is the string, and then here is the search we apply. Search.love is going to return the index where the love is found. So here is on 1 and then 2. That is why we get this. And then JavaScript. This G that you see, I put search and then slash JavaScript and then slash GI. This G means global. I want to search globally, means all the inside the text. And this I means k insensitive. So it doesn't care about the whether the letter is in alphabet, is a capital letter or a small letter. If it found it, it's going to return it. So that is why here we see JavaScript. I say it's in like application number 7. That is here. So this is about search, and then there is match. They are working like the same way. Match is text, substring, regular expression, pattern as an argument. So this search, it doesn't take a regular expression. So you are going to understand what is meant by regular expression here. So you can use pattern, this, and then you can use this as well. So the way you use the search, does string.match, cause string.match love. So if it found love, it's going to return it in this index, which is index 2. So this is the input, which is this, and this string. This string is the input, and then this love is the word. This is something, is the string that we are looking, substring, I mean, that we are looking inside the string, and we get index 2 because we found love in index 2. This pattern, you say, okay, this is the name of variable, we call it pattern. So slash love means search the love globally, and whether it is in capital letter or in small letter, just found something that is love. So it's going to return an array. This match is going to return an array of the element he found. So we have 3 love here, 1, 2, and then 3. So that is why we get this. So let us extract numbers from text using a regular expression. This is not the regular expression section. Do not panic. We will cover regular expression later on. So there's that. So here we have text. In 2019, I ran 30 days of Python. In 2020, there is a lot of text here. So Control Z. So this slash means I'm going to start my regular expression, and this backslash D means I'm expecting what, this is normal D, but you are saying you are expecting a digit number, and floats means it can be from number 1, 2, 3. The number can be more, right? That is the meaning of this plus. And then this slash means you are closing the regular expression. So don't worry if you don't get the regular expression, as I said here. So text is match regular expression, so we are going to get this, some of the number from this text, and then text that match, or say okay, get number globally, search through all the text, return. So that is why you get an array of these numbers. So there is another one called refit. Refit just basically it takes some argument, any number of argument you want. So for example, you say okay, I want to refit this string love 10 times. So it's going to refit it like this. Checking data type, if you want to check some data type inside an array. So for example, as you know, all those data type, they are string data type. Here is string, but this one is number data type. So it's not real age, or don't worry, 250, it's an age of someone. So if you want to check the type of your data type, just use type of operator. So this is an operator, type of, all in small letter, so don't type something capital letter. So type of, you are going to get the This thing is going to be string, this string, and this type of thing is number, this is number. So don't say, okay, why it didn't give you float, because in JavaScript the float is also a number you need to type. So type of, which is true, type of false is boolean, type of none is number, not a number. So type of job is undefined, because here we only declare the variable, we do not assign anything to it. That is why we get undefined. Undefined. Null is an object, which is a confusion. So this tutorial is too long, so if you didn't get something, I hope you get something very important in this tutorial, and I will see you in the next tutorial. So thank you for watching.